All right, shalom, shalom. First, I like to go praises and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah by Hashem, Harakah Kodash, my mouth. Double honors to the elders and apostles of JMS and honors to the elder of the Lions Den Camp, Ahar One. And shalom to you, brothers and sisters that's preaching the truth and sincerity. This is going to be a lesson on the angels. Well, a quick lesson. I just want to grab a couple precepts. And also the chariot, because that seems to be a topic right now within the news. I remember I seen something earlier on Newsbreak, which is a news app on the iPhone, about it. But this is Ezekiel 1, chapter 1, verse 5. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. All right. So now it's going to get into, it said their appearance was their appearance of likeness of a man. And if you go into various accounts, into the scriptures, you will see that the angel showed up, like in the times of Tobit, he showed up just like a man. So, and then it's another precept too. And then it's another precept as well, going into the time of the Maccabees, when the angels had beat up Heliodorus. And then it's another, and it's just different accounts in the scriptures. But they all had the likeness of a man. And everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings. All right, and then now it's going into their faces, meaning their duties. All right, and the fleet of ships, that were behind them. All right, and it says their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass, man. So it's referring to a disc-like object, and not like the Millennium Falcon, but just a disc-like object. Because if you're looking up, then what you would describe as something disc-like, with kind of like engravings in it, so. But it said their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was the sole of a calf's foot, and it sparkled like the color of burnished brass. So then the color, the hue of light of it. And they had the hands of a man under their wings on their 4 sides, and they 4 had their faces and their wings. Right, going into how the power of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah is powering those chariots. And therefore had their faces and their wings. So they had those fleet of ships that had their duties, and each just like each platoon, or like different sections of the army had their own troops and their own chariots behind them. It says their wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went every one straight forward, completing the Lord's task. So, and that's what we do today as well, completing the Lord's task to the best of our ability, all having one goal. And now I want to jump down a little bit, because now it's going to get into the face of an ox, the face of an eagle, all that meaning different things. All right, and it says, verse 12, and they went everyone straight forward. Whether their spirit was to go, they went, and they turned not when they went. All right, so whatever they were commanded, man, they executed to a T. As of the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire. So it's getting into the description of what these angels and what they looked like. You know, what type of stature it was about them. And like the appearance of lamps, it went up and down among the living creatures. And the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning. Sheesh, man. So they had a glow around them. And it was the lightness of the living creatures, man. And the living creature ran and returned as the appearance of a flash of lightning. Just kind of like an instant transmission, as the elder like to say. An instant transmission. Going to and fro, forth one place. Kind of like the Flash when he goes into that. Damn, the paradox. You see how it's all distorted, it's all fast, because they're on a different level. Their structure is different. What they're made of is different. You know, they're fourth dimensional beings that come into the third dimension. You know, as the appearance of living creatures, as men. All right, now I want to grab another precept, because not only does it describe the appearance of them, but it also describes what they're meant to do. It says, this is Revelations 14 and 15. So we got the appearance of the angels, had the likeness of the living creatures, and we also got where the angels had different duties, had different assignments, different faces, and we also got what the chariot looked like and what the angels ride in, and we also got just the glow and the hue and the description of it, the description of their aura and how they are. And it says, this is Revelations 14 and 15. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrusting thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. So that's what the angels and what the chariots are meant to do. And that's that cloud being that the chariot. They say, well, a cloud by day and a fire by night. It says, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. So the Lord has these angels and these chariots to reap the earth. And it says, he that sat on the cloud thrusting his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. So that's Yahushua being the one that's going to thrust in that sickle. He's going to use the angels to do it as well with the chariots. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in that sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. So these people's wickedness now is going to be grown, and just like how a plant or how a fruit grows, and it's going to be ripened, just like how it's ready to be eaten. It's going to be the same way with the chariots and when the Lord comes back, because these people's wickedness is going to be multiplied so much to the point where it's going to be the perfect time for the Lord to come back. It says, and the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of Yahweh. So the Lord is going to gather them, and gather those, all the wicked, all the ones that was against the truth. And he's going to thrust in his sickle. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. So That's going to be a lot of bloodshed. A lot. It's going to be a lot. Precepts. I can grab more in a later lesson. I hope it was edifying and shalom.